Hello and welcome to the first video on the Divided by 5 YouTube channel. I'm Kevin Appleby and I'm really excited to be here and with you today. Now, I'm a chartered accountant, qualified a long time ago with BDO in professional office in Newcastle upon Tyne, before an extensive career as a management accountant in ICI's plastics business, where I looked after the whole of the European plastics business. And I went on from there to work with PwC as a management consultant. And my work with PwC was in areas of planning and budgeting, cost control, product profitability, performance reporting, and so on. So I've formed Divided by 5 to bring that sort of financial expertise to small businesses, to small business owners. At Divided by 5, we've got a range of clients. We've got some traditional businesses in retail, in health and fitness, but increasingly we've got businesses that operate on the internet, and it's in that area that we specialise. As well as businesses that are trading purely online, we also help businesses that are using advanced technology, manufacturing technology, to develop physical products that are then sold online. Divided by 5 is a Xero certified advisor, and we provide bookkeeping services and advice to our clients. We're now extending that into a YouTube channel where we're going to help you get to grips with what cloud accounting is all about, and in particular how you can integrate Xero into other things in your business and really make it a worthwhile solution that saves you time and energy and gives you much better results. Question today is, why cloud accounting? And I think to really do that justice, we've got to understand first the problems that our clients tell us about. In short, there are 5 big problems. And we'll have a look at those. The commonest thing that I hear from a client is, I worry about cash flow. Cash flow keeps me awake at night. I worry about whether I'm going to make payroll, whether I can afford to pay the bills that are outstanding. And the solution to that has to be to have an accurate forward view of your cash position, to know exactly what's due, when, and how much money you've got. And a cash flow forecast like that's got to be updated regularly, quickly, and easily. The good news is that if you're using a cloud accounting system, that you can do that, and you can do it in quite a straightforward way. But we've got to hit the second problem, and most of my clients will come along and tell me my financials aren't up to date. Simply, the bookkeeping process is manual and it's time consuming, and it's the lowest priority in the business. There are much more exciting things to do. Good news again, cloud solutions can automate and streamline your accounting, and ultimately you can outsource and you can get a bookkeeper to do things for you, which means your financials will be up to date. But many business owners tell me they just don't understand their numbers. So the focus needs to change from all that time you spend preparing the numbers to actually looking at the numbers and interpreting them. So once you've changed the focus, you can go to your business coach or your accountant with some good numbers, and they can give you much, much better advice and help you get to grips with what the numbers are really telling you. We find a lot of the time when working with clients that product pricing doesn't actually reflect product costs, and this is another big problem of not having the right information. Essentially, you don't properly understand the cost of complex products and serving demanding customers, and quite often you underestimate those costs, and you underprice your complex products and overprice your simple products. If I come in and talk to a client about this, the first thing I'll want are some numbers to do some analysis. Now, if you've got good numbers coming out of a cloud accounting system, then that analysis becomes much, much easier. Quite a lot of people, when I first talk to them about cloud accounting, actually don't know what the cloud can do. And it can do a lot. It can automate things. It can automate bank feeds, so that the numbers in your bank account come straight into the accounts without you keying them. You can scan invoices and receipts, and systems recognize what's on those receipts without you keying the information in. And you can integrate to all sorts of other systems within your business, your sales system, your stock system, your payroll, and so on. And you can really make a very comprehensive and effective system very, very quickly. And doing this is absolutely key to getting rid of the low-value tasks that the business owner just shouldn't be doing, so that you, the guy in charge, can concentrate on the things that add more value. So which cloud accounting system is a question that frequently gets asked. And at Divided by 5, well, we've homed in on Xero, mainly because we want to have a single, very good cloud accounting solution. We only want one because we want to specialize in it and we want to give deep expertise. So we believe in Xero we've actually chosen the best. And Xero is the choice of over 1 million business owners. It's well established, but while being well established, it's still a relatively new company. Disrupted the accounting software market, and it's really at the leading edge of what's possible, and that's why so many people have adopted it. If we want all our clients to use the cloud, well, one of our key concerns is that it's secure, and we've looked at Xero very closely, and Xero have invested an awful lot of money in making sure that once your data is in their systems, it's absolutely secure and it can't be hacked. It's as secure as online banking. It uses many of the same technologies, and it's much, much more secure than having your data in spreadsheets or in desktop systems. Xero is also comprehensive. It covers all the areas you'd expect an accounting system to cover, and it does it very, very well. The system's been built to look at the requirements of Australia, the UK, and the USA separately, and it's not just centric to the requirements of one of those companies. It deals with them all and deals with them all very, very well. And Xero is very, very expandable. It's got a whole ecosystem of applications that will integrate into it, so it becomes a very, very powerful solution. In our view, there are only 2 or 3 systems in the market that can do all of this. QuickBooks is one choice, but our favourite is very definitely Xero. So, what do you actually do to get a good cloud accounting system running? Well, at Divided by 5, we love dividing things up into 5 simple steps. So there are 5 simple steps to better numbers in cloud accounting. So let's just look at those in turn. First stage is to simplify. Quite often we find that clients have got old accounting systems, or they're reliant on spreadsheets they've put together from business startup. And the key thing is to get out of those spreadsheets and those manually intensive systems into Xero. The reason, well, 3 reasons. Number 1 is errors. Spreadsheets, transferring the information by hand and so on, leads to things going wrong. It's also very time consuming. If you're keying everything in manually, you use all of your admin time up just inputting data rather than interpreting results. And chances are you'll develop a custom solution with your spreadsheet. It'll only be you that understands it. It's sitting on your machine, and it's very difficult to hand that information off to a bookkeeper in the future or to your accountant and tax advisor. So the first step is very much about mindset and making sure that you've decided to bin the spreadsheet and do everything in one single system. The next thing to do, once you've decided to go for Xero, is to get it integrated. Xero integrates very nicely into your bank feeds, and you can link your bank accounts so that it takes data in automatically. It's not just bank accounts, it'll also work with feeds from credit cards, feeds from PayPal, feeds from Stripe, and things like that. So very quickly you can get a system that stops you keying in a lot of numbers and therefore holds the right data all the time. You can set your invoicing up in Xero. You can create invoices customized to your business that are very, very easy to produce and send to customers, and very easy to then monitor who's paid and who's not paid and what's outstanding. The next thing you need to set up is a system for processing your receipts. Anybody that works with Divided by 5 as a bookkeeping service automatically receives a free copy of Receipt Bank. And Receipt Bank is a lovely application that simply allows you to take a photograph of every receipt that you get. Receipt Bank will then decode that photograph and take all the details such as the supplier, the amount of money, the VAT and so on, and automatically get that ready for input for transfer to Xero without you keying any numbers. The next thing is to automate and add other applications to Xero. It may be that you're a retailer and you want to add your cash register system so that numbers from the cash register automatically turn up in Xero accounts. It may be that you're an online business and you want to integrate your online store to Xero so that those transactions that are made online come straight into the accounts. It may be that you operate a team of consultants and you want to record those consultants' time for billing. Well, there are timesheet systems that allow you to do that. There are expenses collecting systems that can integrate a team of people's expenses into Xero. And those applications give you all the workflow that's necessary for an approvals process. The next step is to focus on results and work out what you want the system to tell you. Xero comes complete with a whole suite of reports, and the task is to work out which ones you want to see on a regular, weekly or monthly basis that are going to tell you the right things about your business. Once you're on Xero, you're using an industry standard system, and there are lots and lots of bookkeepers who know exactly how to use Xero. And outsourcing a task that was really a chore for you, the business owner, can become something that can be given quite simply to a bookkeeper. Or you can go a stage further and you can think about using a certified advisor like Divided by 5 as your bookkeeping service. So how do you take it further? The first step, setting up Xero. Well, sign up for a Xero 30-day free trial. And it is genuinely a 30-day free trial because you don't need to input any payment details at all. And once you've got the free trial, you can start setting up your company in there and seeing how it works for you. You can integrate your bank accounts into the free trial version and decide whether it's right. And you can start thinking about how you might set up invoices and so on. We've got the Divided by 5 Xero setup checklist, or we can help you set up Xero if you so wish. If you want to find out more about that, come across to our website at dividedby5.com. Next thing you've got to do is make sure you're processing your data. So keep your books up to date and reconciled. Work out a timetable of what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. And decide which reports are right out of the system. And of course, at Divide by 5, if you want, we can do it for you. The third thing is think about how you want to manage your business and think about what you want to do with those results once you've got them coming out of Xero. Do you need help from a finance specialist? Well, a lot of time businesses do, and we're going to look at that in a little bit more detail in the next video that we produce at Divided by 5. But in the meantime, come across the website to find out more, www.dividedby5.com.